Alright, welcome back to another Retro Cube draft. In a draft league here, and kind of have to decide between Mana Leak, Snuff Out, Mystic Confluence. I love that Fact or Fiction is back. Classic card. So this is the Retro Cube. It's currently on Magic Online, and it's vintage cube. It's got modern cards, but it has cut a lot of the really powerful outliers, and has a kind of more old school feel. It's been pretty fun. Let's just go with Mana Leak. Just 2 mana counters are so nice to have. This is not the most exciting second pack. I probably just want Watery Grave. Because of the Surveil lands, I now think that dual lands are generally better than the Triomes. I mean, obviously, if you're a Grixis, you take the Grixis Triome, or if I had like an Arid Mesa or something like that. But right here, I have one blue card. I don't know if I'm going to want black or red, but I'd still rather just take Watery Grave because untapped lands are at a higher premium. Look, now I can take Baleful Strix. Little blue-black control. Control gets better in this cube because there are fewer, Ocelot Pride type cards. I guess, I don't know if Ocelot Pride itself is in, but the threats are a little bit worse in this cube. And I am going to take that over Treasure Cruise. I think and Chain Lightning are the other kind of good cards in the pack. Oh, 4th pick, Animate Dead. Happy enough to take that. There's also like Sculler, Disenchant, Zeotor's Proving Ground, nothing particularly close. So I like the Lane blue-black here. Probably just on Gitaxian Probe here. Blood Tithe would be nice if I ended up Grixis, but I think Probe is a totally fine card. I don't have to be like Turbo Animate trying to discard or anything like that. And I don't really want Memory Jar, Cruel Ultimatum, and Recall. I like those Braids and Smokestack in here, though still don't think those are actually good enough, even in the Retro Cube. Oh, could be Grixis though. Fire Covenant is an excellent card, and I like it a little more than Bribery, enough so that I'm willing to take it even though it's a third color. Now there's Kiki, Jiki, and Goldspan in the pack too, but Fire Covenant's a nice one. Just blow up all their creatures. A little Grixis control action. I guess now I would have preferred the Xander's Lounge, but I still like having Watery Grave a lot. This is kind of interesting. There's a blue-red duel, but I don't really like the pain duels that much, like this cycle. Having to pay life every time you tap it is rough. There's Ballista, but that's not that good if you're not big mana. There's Dimir Signet, and then there's Fiery Confluence. I think I'm going to take the Fiery Confluence and just try to make the mana work out. It's just so much better than the other cards. Oh man, is it Mulldrifter time? I've got Animate Dead. I could take Mesmeric Fiend, but I so infrequently get to play with Mulldrifter these days that we're drifting. Mulldrifter is just a classic. Oh, this is a nice wheel. Bitter Triumph is a great removal spell, and if I do end up wanting to animate, it's even a discard outlet. But even if I don't do that, it's still just a very good, efficient removal spell that hits basically anything you need to. So we're just like classic Grixis control right now. Have the outs to animate something big maybe, but I think just killing all their stuff, countering spells, could use maybe a little discard, I guess. Maybe that Xander's Lounge will wheel. I don't think that's actually going to happen. But Overgrown Tomb did. There's also Ashen Rider if I do end up Reanimator, and there's Firebolt. I don't really want Overgrown Tomb. I already have more colors than I can support at the moment, and I don't really care much for Ashen Rider. I'll just take the Firebolt. Here, I'm not really going to play any of these cards. I suppose I'll Ulamog in case I end up sneaking somehow. Legion Extruder is at least a good card, so I will take that. And then, sure, I'll take Cruel Ultimatum. On the list of cards I'm not going to play, I'm probably not going to play the Voldaren Epic here either, since I don't really think I'll be animating. I don't even think the Legion Extruder is looking that likely. I guess I can sack Baleful Strix to make a 3/3. That's kind of nice. So, pack 2. I do think that there is power in this cube, though I have yet to open any. Oh, see? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Time Walk is, of course, a fantastic pick and would make me want Snapcaster a lot. Though, I am pretty much set up for Lurrus. I just have to cut the Mulldrifter. And Animate Dead Lurrus is sick. I probably didn't get too many of you. I'm going to take the Time Walk, obviously. And followed up with... I don't really like Lotus Petal in this style of deck. Throwing away a card isn't very good. So I guess I'll just take Iteration. I'm going to make the mana work. I'll figure it out. It's a shame that Xander's Lounge itself is gone, but that's all right. And here, there's Fatal Push. Tapped red-black land is not that interesting. I like Fatal Push a lot, though, and this does not look like a deck that's particularly good at using Wasteland, so let's not take that. Ooh. Thief of Sanity? That's a good one to back up with a bunch of removal. It's really good with Time Walk, too. I don't mind Charticores, Blood Chief's Thirst. Scrubland could be of potential interest. But I'm pretty happy to take Thief. There's also Splinter Twin, but I just don't think I'm going down that direction. Here's another time walk. Captor of Jingzhou. It's a time warp. There's City of Brass, but oh man, that's a painful way to go about it. There's Seasoned Pyro, but honestly, my mana gets a lot better if I don't play Fiery Confluence and don't take other double red cards, so I think I might just take Shieldred's Edict. Fire Covenant makes Damnation less of a priority. And then here, I actually think the time is ripe for Treachery. You know, this cube supports that sort of thing, so let's just take the Treachery here. I'm going to take Fiery Confluence and Firebolt out. Now I just have Iteration and Fire Covenant, which I would like to play, but not the end of the world if I don't. Here, I guess I'll take Celestial Colonnade, because you never know. And I don't think I'm going to play Forsaken Miner or Goblin Welder, so could use a little more fixing. Oh, Inquisition of Kozilek is fantastic, though. Not an upheaval deck whatsoever. And Odawara would be good, but I think Inquisition is actively great. I just have a really nice low-curve blue-black deck, and you know, if you discount the 2 red cards, what are we at? 12 playables? Yeah, that's not even so bad, especially since, well, there's more red cards in the sideboard if I want those, I guess. All right, and here, I guess there's another duel that I'm not going to use because I'm not playing a Bloodghast in this deck, so I'll take that. You know what? I found my mana fixing. It's Impulse, baby. Impulse does make it so I draw Time Walk more often, so I'm going to take that. And maybe just be blue-black, like I said. I think I will want Covenant and Iteration. They're both so good, but who knows? All right, well, Thieving Skydiver could be good against the people who do have Moxen. You know what? I'll take Monastery Mentor. I don't think I'll play it, but if I got enough white sources, I just have the Colonnade right now. You never know. Hex Mage is at least a sideboard card against Planeswalkers, so that's decent. And sure, Orzhov Signet, why not? Forsaken Miner, no, that ain't it. All right, let's see what we got here. Going into pack 3, I would like some fixing. Snapcaster Mage would be pretty nice to go with this Time Walk. And, I mean, Thoughtseize, that sort of thing. More counters, I guess. All I have is a Mana Leak so far. I would like to pick up like 2 more counter spells. This pack has a Ponder. It has a Jace. Jace looks amazing in this deck. I do like Skull Clamp, but I'm going to take Jace and really hope that Fire Ice or Ponder wheels. I don't think Ponder's going to. Fire Ice might. Fracture probably doesn't. Maybe Ketria Triumph does as a blue-red land. Rakdos Signet, but this is just about the JCS deck. Oh, there's a Demonic Tutor. There is also Blood Crypt and Mox Diamond, but Demonic Tutor, when you've got Time Walk in your deck and you've got Jace, just, it's so good. So we'll take Demonic Tutor and pass the turn, as it were. Next pick, there's the Thoughtseize. All right, sorry, Mind Twist. Thoughtseize is a lot better. I mean, this is looking great. If I can just get like a Scalding Tarn, I think we'd be set pretty much. So here there is a Darkslick Shores and a Mystical Tutor and a Toxic Deluge. Definitely not taking Copter or Tundra. I think what I do is I cut Iteration and Covenant. This is currently 17 playables. Yeah, and then I just take Toxic Deluge. I like Darkslick Shores here, but I would rather just take the Deluge and then not even try to splash red. And then now I can probably take Ophiomancer. I think it's a pretty good anti-creature card. Burl actually wouldn't be terrible, and Yogg-Will's kind of interesting with Time Walk, but I think Ophiomancer is actually going to be pretty strong. Oh, Spell Pierce is perfect. Not a big mana deck. Don't want Grim or Worn Power Stone. And I'm just not going to get more fixing, but I think that's okay. I got 2 more new picks. I'm just straight blue-black here. Oh, Brazen Borrower. Sure. Blue-black with 1 duel. 881, baby. Yeah, I mean, this is 21 playables. I just need really just 1 more card. I could just play 18 lands, I guess. I don't have the most card drawing. That's where losing the Iteration is a little unfortunate, but I have Impulse and Demonic Tutor to find stuff, and then Jace is pretty good, and Thief of Sanity and Mulldrifter. This Mulldrifter is actually going to be excellent on this deck. I was really hoping that 1 last blue-black land could show up. I'll take Mishra's Bauble, though. Man, like a Creeping Tar Pit would have been so good. Fire Ice came back, sort of Rakdos Signet. I don't really think... I mean, I guess I could play Fire Ice as just ice. I'm just not going to play the red cards. I just can't with no fixing. So now I could play 17 lands with Bauble and Fire Ice as like additional cantrips. Yeah, I don't mind just playing ice. I don't know, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not playing any of these cards. Goblin Bombardment with Forsaken Miner is pretty busted, by the way. Forsaken Miner is black when you commit a crime, return it. And so with Bombardment, you sack it, ping anything of theirs, which you're not going to ping yourself. And then you just pay a black to return this and do it again. So it's black. For as long as you have those two cards, it's black Fireball. I guess I could maybe Ugin. Lingering Souls is the kind of card this deck would want, but I just don't think the Colonnade is enough. And the Colonnade and the Orzhov Signet's not enough for me to really make the plunge, or take the plunge, rather. All right, so the red cards didn't really end up working out, but honestly, I saw Xander's Lounge in the same pack as Watery Grave. I saw Blood Crypt in the same pack as Demonic Tutor. Oh, Darkslick Shores Wield? That's unexpected, but amazing. Okay, that makes my mana a good amount better. I don't know. I don't know what percentage better, but I guess if it adds an additional source to one of my colors, if it goes from 9 to 10, that's, you know, about 10% better on that color at least. I'll take the Baral, but I don't think that, I just don't really get an advantage out of doing it. Yeah, it makes some of my spells cheaper, but the main thing I'm missing is counters, but having Inquisition plus Thoughtseize does help with that. I also have Mana Leak, and then here, I'll hate the Voice of Resurgence. It's a league draft, so hate drafting doesn't matter, but I don't want to play against Voice of Resurgence, and this reduces the odds by a very small amount. Okay, so I think 17 land is good here. Let's just go, I'm just going to play 8-7 in favor of blue, I guess. All right. Yeah. Though maybe it's in favor of black. Blue does have Impulse and Jace and some more double blue. All right, it's pretty close. All right, let's get in there. All right, time for round one. I'll keep, though. That is how some of these games are going to go. Four islands and no swamps. I mean, I guess the Impulse can find a swamp, but I don't really want to draw another land, so let's just pay the mana for Probe. This deck pays a lot of life for cards. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, geez, we're playing against black, white, red. Mardu, not Luris Companion, but Luris stuff. Oh, their Bloodstone Mire did not have a duel to get? That's tough. Now they can't play their Sculler, so I guess their plan is to go Sculler, sack it to Bombardment in response. All right. I mean, assuming they draw a land. Because that Sculler's an old card, so what that would do is I wouldn't get the card back ever because of the way that one works. All right, let's Impulse. Yeah, I guess I got to just take Swamp. It's fine. Draw. Oh, Demonic Tutor. I don't want a Demonic Tutor when I'm pretty close to getting Scullered here. I think I'm just going to pass. They can Sculler the Demonic Tutor if they draw a white source, which they currently don't appear to have. If their Bloodstone Mire can't get a duel in, it means they have no red-white or black-white duels in their deck, which means their mana is not very good. So that I don't mind. And it's kind of interesting what I want to do here. I guess I'm just going to pass for now. If they draw white, it gets a little tougher. But knowing they just can't have any duels, I mean, they can have duels that aren't like fetchable. They could have like an Inspiring Vantage in their deck, but oh, they're just gonna play the Luris? Okay. Sure. So they have Reanimate. Let's Petty Theft the Luris, I guess. I could just kill it. Yeah, just killing it is kind of nice. No, let's just Petty Theft it. If they want to, they didn't even have it. They F6. I was going to say if they wanted a Bombardment to fizzle it, they could. Oh, that's kind of nice too. Inquisition, and I think I just take Reanimate here. Reanimate's definitely the most dangerous card. If they draw white, they can Vindicate my Swamp, but Grave Titan as well, and Corpse Dance. Okay, well. Yeah, I'm still going to take Reanimate. Taking Luris or Sculler, I think, would be pretty bad. Because they could just reanimate it. It wouldn't be a very good use of mana. Oh, okay. They found a Sensei's Top. So they can spin and look for a white source. Next turn, I can DT and evoke Mulldrifter. I mean, we'll see what they do. I guess they found a white source. No, they didn't. They found a swamp. Okay. Yeah, their mana cannot be very good. Let's just cast the Brazen Borrower. And now one thing that's nice about DTing for Mulldrifter is it sets up the animate. So let's attack. And Mulldrifter. I mean, I could get Thief of Sanity, but I think Mulldrifter is good. I'm just battling against a bunch of attrition cards over there. It doesn't look... Ooh, that was unfortunate. It doesn't look like they're going to have white mana this turn because it's not in their top 3. I guess they can play top spin again and look. Or they're just going to... Oh, they're going to... This is not going to work out well for them. They're going to discard the Grave Titan, and I'm going to animate dead it. All right. Yeah, that's cool. And then they drew top plus another card. Let's see if they had another land. They did have another land, so now they can play the top again. But this is going to work out nicely. Oh, they could also throw their thing at using bombardment. They could have thrown their Restless Vents at my Brazen Borrower, but they chose not to, which makes sense. Okay, animate dead. Grave Titan. I mean, they do get to Vindicate here, but they have to have white as their top card, and I don't think it is because they looked 2 turns ago. So we'll see. Because what they could technically do is go Plains, Vindicate, Corpse Dance, but yeah, I thought that that wasn't the case because they knew what their top card was, and if it was Plains, they would have gotten it earlier than this. So that means that at some point, if they find a Plains here, like they get to go Vindicate the Grave Titan, then I get to attack them for a bunch. And then if they try to Corpse Dance it, I can at least Bitter Triumph it before it attacks. Though Grave Titan plus Goblin Bombardment is pretty good. Feels like I'm going to maybe need like one more thing to win this. Let's see. How much am I attacking for here? Attacking for 10, put him down to 3. Nah, maybe not. This actually might be okay. I guess when they bring back the Grave Titan, they get to ping down Borrower and then have 2 tokens. Then they can go block, block, ping. Yeah, it's close. If I draw 1 card, I win a landslide, I would imagine. No, Fatal Push wasn't actually it. Because of the bombardment, it doesn't quite do it. Well, actually, maybe it does. Because... No, I guess because they're also going to get to Tidehollow Sculler here. Though, no, if they play Sculler first, it's actually not going to work out great because Corpse Dance is your top card. So they're going to Sculler here. I'm going to Fatal Push the Sculler in response. Okay. Now they get to take a removal spell. Though actually, I guess I could have just let it resolve. That would have also been fine. They didn't bombardment using the Sculler. Yeah. That's not going to work out great for them. They can Corpse Dance the Sculler now. Yeah. All right. So Goblin Bombardment was a scary card for sure. I don't really have anything in my sideboard. Like, if I thought the red cards were amazing against them, that'd be one thing, but I don't really think that. So let's just battle. Okay. Well, I like this hand. I do need to draw a swamp, but Thoughtseize into Animate Dead is a pretty nice little combo. And I get to open on Probe to kind of see what is coming. All right. Let's go Bobble. I'm going to get to see all their cards. I don't need to do that yet. I'm going to Bobble. I'm going to pay 2 life in case my top card's a swamp. Let's see what they got. Show me what you're working with. Shallow Grave, Vamp Tutor, Mind Twist. Okay. I guess I Thoughtseize here. They're going to Vamp in response. I'm going to let that resolve, but before I Thoughtseize them, I'm going to look at their top card to see what they're drawing, because I would like to know what they vamped for. I got the feeling they were going to vamp in response to Thoughtseize. If I were them, I wouldn't have. I would never do that, basically. I mean, maybe they're getting something where it makes total sense, but good Lord, I'm going to bet that's not the case. You're just down a card off the vamp. Like, let them Thoughtseize. Oh, Dark Confidant? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Sure. I'm going to take the Mind Twist. Mind Twist is definitely the biggest threat here. A removal spell would be nice to draw, but I can also Brazen Borrower. Okay, vamping for Dark Confidant. I'll give them some credit there, but I still don't think that typically is going to work out great. Okay, they don't have Mind Twist. They don't have 2 swamps. They just have Shallow Grave and 2 swamps. All right, let's draw. Let's see what I get. Thief of Sanity. Let's just bounce the Dark Confidant. Pass the turn. They replay Dark Confidant. I'm going to play Thief of Sanity unless I draw something better. And then it's going to be Bob versus Thief. Yeah, Mulldrifter isn't bad either, but I think I want to get the Thief out. I do have to watch out for Shallow Grave because Thief mills the cards. Like you exile one and then it mills the other ones. Land tax. Ooh, old school. Not a very good card, but you know, it's a cool one. Now they have 4 lands in play. I can't even trigger. They didn't attack. I don't know about that one. Okay, so because of Shallow Grave, I can't mill them and then animate them. But I think this will still be okay. It'd be really nice to find a 1-mana removal spell. A land would have been pretty good too, but we'll see how this goes. I could evoke Mulldrifter potentially. I could also Impulse, leaving an island up to try to find just an untapped land. So I can't play lands off Thief of Sanity, but I can cast spells using mana of any color. So it's got obviously some good stuff going on here. All right. Let's see. What do we got? They've been really slow rolling this. Corpse Dance and lands. Okay. Guess I'll exile the Corpse Dance and put 2 lands in the graveyard. How bad do I want Mana Leak to be? Or how badly do I want to have Mana Leak up? I kind of feel like it's not that badly. I'm just going to evoke the Mulldrifter. They can't, like, Shallow Grave doesn't go out of my graveyard. They can go get their mountain here. Oh, they had Scrubland to get, and they chose to get mountain last game? That really bad decision, to be honest. Like, they had Tidehollow Sculler. They didn't need to get Goblin Barber down that quickly, you know? Okay, they flipped Plains. So they have 2 unknowns in hand. They have Shallow Grave and Plains. I'm going to get to hit with the Thief. And then next turn, I could still have Mana Leak up and do something. I might animate the Mulldrifter. We'll see. They didn't cast anything, so I can't Mana Leak the Shallow Grave. Oh, well. That was just an excellent draw. Fatal Push is exactly what I was hoping to draw last turn, but really good this turn still. Get to hit them, presumably. They really don't like getting hit by Thief of Sanity. Who does? Like, I feel like they just every turn are just tanking a bunch before getting hit by it. I'm going to probably, and we'll see what the Thief hits, of course, probably just go Fatal Push the Bob, pass with Mana Leak plus Impulse up, and then maybe cast Brazen Borrower if I don't draw anything else to do. They could Shallow Grave the Bob at the end of their turn. It might not be the worst play. Okay. Okay. I've gotten a lot of lands off the top of their deck. That at least is kind of good for them. Fatal Push the Dark Confidant. And I guess I could play top. Part of the reason I don't mind playing top is I feel like I'm not going to Mana Leak this turn, and then I'm probably going to play Brazen Borrower. I mean, if they draw a spell that I have to Mana Leak, obviously that's fine, but it doesn't. They don't have anything going on. They'd have to just draw it in. It'd have to be expensive enough to Mana Leak. Well, those things did indeed come to pass. What is this? The Meat Hook Massacre X equals 2. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll Mana Leak it. Hitting with Thief of Sanity seems pretty great, and Mana Leak isn't going to counter very many cards left in their deck. All right, they have a Shallow Grave chilling at some point. The other thing is, now that they're tapped out, because they tapped an extra mana and didn't use it, if I do see a big creature with Thief, I can put it in their graveyard and then animate dead it. So that also seems fine. All right. Little retro cube action so far. I'm digging it, though. I can't imagine they have too much else they can do this turn. Exhume. Well, good luck, I guess. I'll get back Mulldrifter and you get back Dark Confidant. All right. Can I just find my Time Walk here? No, not quite, but that's all right. Let's hit for 4. They have Shallow Grave in hand and nothing else that I know of. Their land tax is really close to doing something. And here, Thief of Sanity hasn't even really nabbed anything good. It's hit a Corpse Dance and a Sensei's Divining Top so far. Really bad. But obviously they're not doing a whole lot either, so it seems to be working. Oh, there we go. They're 8. I could take Goblin Bombardment, or I could just take Reanimate. I kind of like Goblin Bombardment. They can Shallow Grave their Tide Hollow Sculler now. Play a land, play Goblin Bombardment. And maybe I just let them bob. I could also like shoot the bob down with Mulldrifter and reanimate the Mulldrifter. I think I'm just going to play the Jace and then pass. I don't know. It seems like with Bombardment playing a bunch of flyers, I can't imagine much they could hit that would be too bad for me. And if they hit something too big, then I can take them out. Swamp. They've been flooding out pretty bad. But their deck's also, I would say, a collection of cards is a good way to put it. There are some themes, but like, for example, the Bombardment doesn't look very good most of the time here. Meat Hook Massacre and Exhume. I don't know. These cards are just like, don't really work together all that well. All right. I'm just going to attack and then I assume kill them with this Bombardment. That's Impulse because I know my top 2 cards are lands. Ooh, Ophiomancer. That's nice with Bombardment. Let's attack for 4. And then they perish at instant speed. Assuming they let me go to attacks, I guess. I mean, they can Shallow Grave the Sculler here, but I don't think that's going to do anything. They're better off trying to see if I mill something good, though, again, with the Bombardment in play. Because I have Brazen Borrower, I can play at instant speed, so I don't really think there's much they can do. Elish Norn, Carrion Feeder. All right, I'll take the Carrion Feeder. They can Shallow Grave the Elish Norn. Except that's not really how it would play out anyway, because I could also just kill the Dark Confidant. Instead, let's cast Carrion Feeder. And see what they do. Cast Brazen Borrower. Bombardment. Bombardment. There we go. 1-0. All right. I'd like to play first. Yeah, I will keep. I mean, this is what happens when you got 2 duels, right? Like, sometimes you just draw all islands or all swamps. Didn't cost me yet, and might not cost me here, but clearly if I don't draw an island on turn 2, I'm now giving up the ability to cast Impulse or Fire Ice, and turn 3 and later, it gets even worse. So hopefully this works out. Okay, what is my opponent up to? I guess we will see. We shall see. Forest. Okay, I do like Forest. It makes Spell Pierce worse, but it makes Deluge and Ophiomancer quite a bit better. Obviously, we don't know everything about their deck because of Forest. I don't like Mox Emerald because I don't usually like my opponents playing Moxes on turn 1. But they look even more green now. I mean, obviously if they turn on Channel Me, that's just game. Just in general, like if they lead with Island, I'm thinking, oh, my Spell Pierce is probably going to be decent, and the Deluge might not be good, and Ophiomancer might not be good. Forest goes the other way. Wouldn't mind seeing a Mana Dork, I guess, if they're casting something. I mean, it'd be better if they just cast nothing for me, but Sylvan Library would be not great. Celestia Signet, all right. It's not a Mana Dork I was kind of hoping for, because Deluge, having their acceleration be all artifacts means that the Deluge isn't going to clean it up. But we'll see what I draw. Well, I drew Island now. I think I'm going to pass and just leave up Spell Pierce or Impulse. Ice could be good because it could tap down their Signet, and maybe if they have a 4-drop creature, it delays them. But the odds that they have like a 4-drop Planeswalker are still reasonable, and getting to cast Impulse isn't bad. All right, let's see what they're on. Coalition Relic, well, that I will Spell Pierce. Yeah, let's go. I mean, Spell Pierce is going to be dead after this anyway, so definitely worth doing. And then I'm going to just play Ophiomancer next. Okay, there's a creature. There we go. Since I got nothing better to do, guarantee get a snake. And then after that, I've got Impulse and Fire Ice to see some new cards, and hopefully find my Thief of Sanity or my Mulldrifter. Oh, geez. Okay. They got lots of mana. I don't really know what they're up to, but I think I'm just going to Impulse, because if I find a Thoughtseize, it would be pretty nice. I'll just take Thief. I don't need Gitaxian Probe. I'll find out what's in their hand soon enough, I think. And I think leaving up Counter Magic doesn't really, like the bluff of Counter Magic doesn't really make sense. They're just going to cast their big thing if they have one. Oh, that was a good draw. They obviously just drew that one because they would have cast it earlier. So there is power in the cube. The good news is I don't really know what they're up to, and these cards, again, they kind of work together. I mean, Grim and Mox and Relic do, but Ignoble doesn't usually fit in there. This is like an Armageddon or something. That's bad. Oh, Karn? Yeah. Honestly, making a Golem is not that scary, given the Ophiomancer. They should attack me for one if they don't have anything. It would have been nice if they did, because then I could ice their Construct and attack Karn. But now they're going to get to chump with Ophiomancer, or an Ignoble, rather. I also wouldn't mind drawing a blue. Oh. That is a pretty big game. Okay. I'm giving up the ability to cast Thief this turn, but I'm going to steal that Construct token and attack Karn for some damages here. Yeah, double blue would have been sick this turn, because then I could have killed Karn by icing the Hierarch. But this is still pretty great. Thieving Skydiver is going to be excellent in this matchup, I will say. Toxic Deluge is not looking ideal in this particular game. So we'll see if... we'll see how it plays out. But currently I'm the one who has all the creatures in play. Thief also would have been nice to cast it this turn, but I think putting all those into play and getting this good attack in is definitely worth it. All right, attack Karn. They chump Ophiomancer. Karn goes to 2. Oh, what is this? 4 mana? Stomp. I see. They're stomping Ophiomancer and Karn goes to 2. That's fine. Bone Crusher Giant is okay here, but now they either make a Golem and their Karn dies, or they +1 it and my Thieving Skydiver still has a pretty decent attack. Unfortunately, the Construct's a little wimpy over at my side. Okay, they revealed Seasoned Pyromancer Trop, huh? All right, you can have Trop. It'd be nice to be able to kill the Karn this turn. I don't know how likely that's going to be. They're not casting their Bone Crusher. What are they doing? It's not Upheaval. Oh, Bribery? Is it Mulldrifter? Is that the card they get? I don't have like that much. Yeah, sure is. Well, I don't like that they've drawn a lot of cards. I really would like to draw a blue this turn, because if I can ice the Mulldrifter, I can kill the Karn. Well, I mean, I am going to play the ice no matter what. So I guess the question is, drawing a blue to help me cast a Thief would be nice. Oh, wow. Chromox? Oh, are they playing a Bone Crusher this turn? Or maybe something else? Well, let's see. Imprint Dismember? To play Bone Crusher? That doesn't seem like a great play, but I guess I'll take it. Ice on Mulldrifter. I drew the blue. Perfect. Attack Karn. I do lose my Construct token, but I'm okay with that. Karn dies, and I play Thief of Sanity, because I don't really want them finding Seasoned Pyromancer when they have so much mana. So their worst card was Dismember. They might have a lands in hand, because you can't imprint those. It has to be a non-land, non-artifact. So, all right. We'll see. And their best play was Bone Crusher off of that, so might be in decent shape here. Dak Faden. Yeah, they're going to get to look at some cards. So they draw up to 5. So they're kind of just like a multicolor artifact deck, I guess. Like Teamer artifacts of sorts. Sure. And their Mulldrifter is the stole from me is still pretty good here. Oh, this is probably bad for me. It looks like, I don't know, a Walking Blister, a Green Sun Zenith, some kind of X spell. Hydroid Krasis. Alright. I can't say I like my spot now. In the end, they get to attack me for 5. Alright, so if I draw a way to kill Krasis... I mean, do I play the... maybe I Deluge here. And then play Baleful Strix, but with Dak in play, that's not even that good. Let's just play this and see if I draw a removal spell. Oh, I drew a DT. Yeah, let's DT, I guess. Treachery would have been really good. I could just get Fatal Push, I guess. It just feels like if I don't attack this turn, it's pretty bad for me. So I'm just going to get Fatal Push, cast it on the Krasis. Attack Dak with everything. They're going to block Mulldrifter on Thief no matter what I do with it. So Dak goes to 1. We'll just... there are 4 cards in hand against my Toxic Deluge. And I'm hoping to peel Animate Dead for Mulldrifter. Jace would be decent as well. They're going to filter through their lands pretty quickly here. Yeah, Thieving Skydiver is definitely going to be one of my best cards. They also just have Mox and Ancestral, which is not the easiest for me to beat. If they're playing anything expensive, it's going to be tough. Since I'm already not winning really. I mean, I guess we're like kind of close on board right now. But any big card. Oh, Consecrated Sphinx. There we go. I guess maybe decking them? Could that be a path to victory? I mean, I get to Deluge here. Well, I'm going to block. If you attack with the Bone Crusher. They could attack with the Ignoble. I would likely block. Well, no, I guess not, because I'm going to get to attack. Drawing Animate Dead would be so sick here. Because then I could Deluge, then animate their Consecrated Sphinx. Alright. I'm going to have to Deluge, so I might as well attack here. Attack Dak Faden. Let's see what they do about this Death Touch Snake. I don't think they're going to let Dak Faden die, though. As sad as it may be, I think I'm going to have to Deluge and leave them with Dak Faden. I guess they have 11 cards left. We'll see. Oh, they didn't even use Dak Faden on me with Consecrated Sphinx. I guess they found the Sphinx off the Dak Faden. Oh, they're going to let Dak die? Okay, I like that. 5, 6. All right, Deluge for 6 then. And what is this? Oh, untap Grim Monolith, sure. All right, pass the turn. No cards against their 5 cards. Let's see what happens, I guess. Animate Dead is probably the best card I can draw here. Jace would be decent as well. Time Walk wouldn't even do anything right now. I would probably not even cast it. I would try to wait till I drew something that would work with it. They're tapping a lot of mana. I don't like it. I do not like it. Oracle of Moldiah. Nice. Into 2 lands. Nice. Okay, they're drawing a land next turn at least. Into Gruul Signet. Okay. I mean, they might run into issues with finishing me off here. We'll see. There's Jace. If Jace survives, I probably win because I get to Jace and then Demonic Tutor. I don't know how likely it is, but their teamer decks already used Dismember and Bone Crusher. They drew a land. They have a land on top. A Crater Hoof? Okay. Sure. Yeah, that's a card. Not sure. I assume I'm losing to whatever this is now. How much mana are they tapping? What is happening? So this was in their hand last turn? What could this be? Because they cast Oracle and played 2 lands last turn, and then their top cards were all lands. This is bizarre, but I guess we'll see what's up. Could be a Green Suns, maybe? It is indeed a Green Suns. Okay, and I guess that's lethal. 7, 11. It's actually exactly lethal, because I can block with Jace, go to 0. Okay. I guess that'll do it, huh? Was I drawing anything? Swamp into Brazen. Yeah, that might have been enough. Do I want to add red? The problem is Fiery Confluence is so uncastable that even if I were to add red for it, it just doesn't seem like it would work. Vampire Hexmage kills Karn and Dak. Is that better than anything I have here? I don't even think so. I think I'll just have to deal with those the old-fashioned way. All right, I'd like to play first. All right, I will keep this hand. I kind of don't want to fire off the DT all that much yet, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. Because what I might want to do is Impulse. I mean, I could DT for like Mulldrifter and try to do it that way. Let's see what we draw. Ophiomancer. Yeah, I just think both DT and Impulse are comparable in the sense that they both get me another card. I'd rather save DT and have a better idea. Like, what if they discard a Sphinx? Well, I guess I have the Animate already in hand. But what if they play like something where I want a DT for a Skydiver? Oh, they must have just drawn birds. Okay. Let's go Impulse. I guess I'll just take the Shieldred's Edict. Land. I'm going to play Ophiomancer. Next turn, I can go Shieldred's Edict plus Mana Leak. And I think that's decent. I could Shieldred's Edict this turn, but drawing Mana Leak means I just get, it's so much more efficient to go 3 and then 2+2 in terms of the cost of my spells. They do get to play like a Karn, but if they cast Karn, I can go Shieldred's Edict your token creature, attack Karn. So that's not even that good. Huntmaster of the Fells. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I definitely have to cast something. I could Shieldred's Edict them. Yeah, it probably is still fine. Sacrifice is a non-token creature. They're going to sack their birds, then they're going to pass the Huntmaster, pass back, and then flip the Huntmaster. I can't really stop that. I could Demonic Tutor for Time Walk this turn, but I again don't think that's quite going to get me there. Yeah, they might sack the Huntmaster here. They did, okay. Well, in that case, I'll just pass. I don't want to trade Ophiomancer for the wolf, and I don't trade 1 for 2. I guess I could attack with Snake. If they attack back, I can attack for a little more. Well, let's see what they do. I'm not mana leaking a Signet here. Or a Pentad Prism. They probably don't have more lands in hand if they sacked the bird over to Huntmaster. What, Season Pyro using both the Prism counters and tapping the bird? That's not very good, but I'll take it. They could have just tapped their forest and had another counter on the Pentad Prism. I guess if they're going to spend the mana this turn, it kind of washes out, but no, they just burned a Prism counter. Works for me. I could reanimate the Huntmaster. I mean, that's not terrible. Yeah, let me attack with the Snake then. I mean, they're going to play a card next turn still. But, I could also animate the Season Pyro. But no, I think animating the Huntmaster is going to be decent here. And then I pass. And obviously they're going to play something, but I could just pass and then flip and kill the bird on their upkeep if they don't do anything here. And they appear to be short on mana, so Gruul Signet. Yeah, you got it. And then pass. If the swamp is on top, I could have played the Baleful Strix and drawn the swamp, but... Oh, Bitter Triumph is actually really nice because that's an instant as well. So that means I even get to use my mana. Attack with these two. I'm happy enough to trade wolves here. Pass and hope they don't have a spell. Because if they do, they stop my Huntmaster from flipping, which is pretty bad. But we haven't seen too many instants from them. They're going to Ancestral end of turn. Yeah, that'd be unfortunate. It's fine. I didn't really need to cast anything all that much anyway. Oh, Pestermite. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. It feels like it would just be so irresponsible not to kill their Pestermite here. Because if I did that, if I didn't kill it, they tapped my swamp and then had Splinter Twin, which they have the mana for, it would just be such a disaster. Let's see what they got. Karn. Make a 3/3. All right. And play my island. Attack Karn with my snake token here. All right, if they have Ancestral here, it's just going to be such a beat, but I'm just going to pass. Okay. This flips. Now I just get to go boom, kill birds and Karn. That's pretty good. It did actually, we did the thing, and it is going to be quite strong. I mean, this was just on the board, so I didn't have a great choice with the construct, but not blocking didn't work out great, I don't think. What is this? Oh, it's just putting Season Pyro tokens into play, sure. Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble here. Because now I can flip the Ravager back. I'm going to do that by going Demonic Tutor Time Walk, most likely. Let's attack with the Snake token. See what they're up to. All right, DT. Boom. Time Walk. Okay, I have power too. And pass the turn. Ravager flips again. Makes another token. I am just going to attack for 1 and flip Ravager and kill an elemental token. Nug them for 2. It's not like I have it all locked up, but this is pretty good, I think. Can't quite kill the construct. That's the only thing. I mean, I guess if they play a Consecrated Sphinx here, then we definitely have ourselves a game. Or if they draw like an Ancestral or something. Coalition Relic. Yeah, that is acceptable. If they play another spell, my Huntmaster flips one more time, which would be pretty nice. They're passing. All right, let's draw here. Baleful Strix, and if I draw a spell, I can flip my Ravager once more. I've never seen Ravager flip this many times. No, I mean, I guess I actually don't have that much going on now. I was hoping to draw a castable. Pass. I mean, their 4/4 is really stopping me from attacking here. They're going to sack Horizon Canopy and draw a card, and then charge their Relic. I could have cast a Deluge for 0 to flip the Ravager, but that did not seem like a very good use of my mana, or my cards rather. Looking for a Mulldrifter. This deck really needed like a Factor Fiction, honestly. The Mulldrifter, with a couple ways to find it, is something, but I feel like I often am in a spot like this. Okay. They can't play anything else without flipping Ravager. And Ignoble's not that impressive, so I don't know that you wanted to cast it mostly, but we'll see. Maybe this kills the Ravager or something. They did have the Splinter Twin. All right. Well, it's good to know about. I mean, once I saw the Pestermite, I assumed they had it. Oh, playing the Ignoble was an error, though. Because it actually just means I can just now pass back and kill it. So, it's a bit of a freebie. Cool, another land. Let's go attack for 2 here. Pass the turn. Huntmaster flips again. I mean, they get to make a big construct, but that doesn't really bother me. Nug them and kill the Ignoble. I think that killing the Ignoble over to Elemental makes a lot of sense. Pass the turn, they're at 11 now. They've drawn a second card. Ancestral and Consecrated Sphinx are like 2 of the cards I'm a little worried about here. They can attack with their construct, and I'll take some damage. Oh, here goes the Consecrated Sphinx. Okay. And I mean, they might as well attack with the construct. It is just free. Let's see if they have 3 blockers. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll take 5 because I think I'd rather attack them back for more because I'm going to have to Deluge here. I don't think I can just try to beat a Consecrated Sphinx straight up. That doesn't really make sense. Let's just draw. Cool. Yeah, let's attack. It's like the most obvious Deluge in the world, but what are you going to do? The answer, I guess, is draw land number 10. It's kind of rough because they have 5 lands. I guess they do 6 with the Horizon Canopy, and I have quite a few more. So now the fact that I guess they have some mana artifacts too. We've gotten to this point. We actually have about the same amount of cards in our deck. It just they have a bunch more spells than I do. Though hopefully they drew 2 lands or something off of the Sphinx. I was hoping they would block in such a way that I wouldn't have to, like basically if they didn't block Ravager with Sphinx, that I wouldn't have to cast Deluge and kill my own Ravager, but I do. So I get to pay 4 life, I think, because that kills their token, then it'll kill their construct. And it'll kill the Sphinx as well. All right, pass the turn here. All right, well, it's their 4 cards against my basically none, but yeah, no, that's it. They're at slightly lower life than I am. I mean, if I nab something with Spell Pierce, it would be pretty neat. I don't think that's very likely, though. Like, even this. This costs 5 mana? 6 mana? No, one more. Make it 7 mana. Oh, Green Sun Zenith is probably the card. Yeah. I keep reading they have Crater Hoof in this deck. Yeah, there's a Dak Faden. Not going to Spell Pierce it. I'm hoping that I can Spell Pierce like a Green Sun's this turn or something. Basically in a turn where they cast multiple spells in the same turn, maybe I could get them. Though it seems a little unlikely. I guess we'll see. Oh no, this is Green Suns, I think. Yeah, all right. No, that's not too bad. Let's see. This has been a real cool game. The extra neat part is they're going to use up almost all their time, though they're not actually going to time out. I'm going to lose this game. I said that in the last Retro Cube video I did, and my opponents somehow found a way to use all their time and die, but I don't think that's going to happen here. I don't know how many lands in a row I've drawn, but it's a lot. Yeah, this would have been good. I mean, maybe it still is good enough, but they have Bone Crusher and Dismember in their deck, so I don't really think it is. I don't have any particular reason not to play it. Well, they didn't have those in their hand yet. Now they're going to get to Dak again, so... And they didn't draw Dismember yet, because they could have added black with the Coalition Relic. They probably should have, to be honest. I mean, at this point, Dak is really pulling them ahead. Because imagine if they had to play all those extra lands, then Dak would have, just draw those extra lands like I did. Dak would have been good. See, look, they're dismembering now. Didn't think about their outs. Now they have to go to pay 2 life for no reason. The tiny edges. They still have Crater Hoof, Oracle, Bone Crusher in their deck. Whatever this is, I guess. Crisis, right. All right. Let's see if I can find something. All right, I've had enough. That'll do it. I don't think there's a way to win that one. All right, 1-1. All right, well, that was a flood of biblical proportions. But like I said, my deck did not get enough card draw to necessarily work out. Though, I had some action spells I could have hit. In any case, on to round 3. I'm going to keep this hand. I kind of think I'm just going to pay the life on Probe, because if they have a 1-drop I want to kill, I'd really like to be able to go Swamp, Fatal Push, and then turn to Island, Ice your land on upkeep, something along those lines. Though, getting to look at their hand also makes the Ice even a little bit more easy to decide when to use. And then I've got Treachery and Animate Dead as kind of closers. All right, well, let's do it. All right, let's go Probe, pay the life. We're battling Dark Ritual, Wandering Emperor, Sarah Paragon Swords to Plowshares. Interesting. Oh, I drew my Mulldrifter to go with my Animate Dead? That's just game. So, we're going to go Plains Go. I guess I'm going to upkeep Ice their Plains. Oh, they drew a Colonnade, sure. I guess I'm going to upkeep Ice it regardless, because I want to hit my land drops, and this is the turn I would cast it, so... It's not even really doing anything in particular this turn, but in terms of keeping them off plays. But you never know; they could draw something that would change that. Probably going to play Plains, leave a Plow. Oh, Spell Pierce is going to be really good against that Wandering Emperor. Mulldrifter and draw 2, and then I have Animate Dead with Spell Pierce up. Oh, what did they draw? Did they draw their own Animate? Oh, Elite Spellbinder. That's fine. It makes the Spell Pierce worse, and it could make Treachery hard to cast, but that's not the end of the world. Yeah, it does make Spell Pierce worse, for sure. Spell Pierce could still be good against them, though. Yep, unsurprisingly, Treachery is the card that gets... binned. Let's go Animate Dead on Mulldrifter. Draw my 2. Look at that sick combo. And play Watery Grave, pay 2 life. kind of just want to pass here. Because it leaves up Spell Pierce, which makes their Wandering Emperor a little bit more annoying. I can just block their Elite Spellbinder with Mulldrifter. It's not like I need this Mulldrifter to stay in play or anything. It's done its job. And then I guess they can Dark Ritual Wandering Emperor, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, I'll block. It's a 1/2 flyer. Okay. Let's see what their play is here. I guess I assume they've drawn lands. It would be really weird if they hadn't. Okay. They're just going to play nothing. So I don't want to impulse because then they'll play Wandering Emperor. Let's go land. Baleful Strix, pass the turn. I'll be able to cast this Treachery for full retail at some point here. Getting a bad feeling about these lands, though. They could fire off Dark Ritual here to try to Dark Ritual Wandering Emperor, which would be funny. Seachrome Coast, pass. Into Sarah Paragon. Huh. Okay. I would really like to Treachery that, but then they'd get to replay Elite Spellbinder. Let's Impulse. Oh, Thoughtseize. Yeah, I guess I'll take Thoughtseize here. That seems fine. Since I have a bunch of removal spells in hand. Oh, Jace is also nice. Let's go Thoughtseize. Oh, Fracture Identity Scarab God. I see. I think I'm actually still going to take the Swords to Plowshares. I'm going to play the Jace, play a land, and then do I want to Bitter Triumph the Sarah Paragon? I guess so. You know, I'll just pay the life. All right. And then hit for 1. And they know about the Spell Pierce, but it's not going to be easy for them to play around. So they have a bunch of... I guess if they draw a land, they can play Wandering Emperor, and then if I Spell Pierce it, they Dark Ritual. That's fine. They can Dark Ritual Fractured Identity, and then I can't pay for the thing. Though, actually, I guess I wanted a Swamp in play. I wanted a Swamp untapped so I could maybe Fatal Push my own Jace. Though I guess if they Fracture Identity, I can just Fatal Push their Jace copies. That's kind of the same thing. Though it would have been better to leave Watery Grave up, I suppose. Yeah, let's see what their play is here. They need to lead on Dark Ritual if they want to get the Fracture Identity through this turn. And they kind of want to do that because otherwise the Jace is a bit of an issue. But we'll see. We'll see how they play this. All right. What is this? Scarab God. Okay. I don't think this is going to work out well for my opponent at all. Did they forget about the Treachery? Feels like maybe they didn't factor that in. Because now... And I get to flip Jace. I'll discard and land, I guess. And then Thoughtseize them. Take their Fractured Identity, I guess. And then Scarab God their Elite Spellbinder. I guess I can actually do that instant speed. Yeah, they forgot about the Treachery. We take those. We definitely take those. Nice sideboarding time. Looks to useless sideboard. All right. The Spell Pierce was just incredible that game, even face up. That was sick. All right, I'll keep this hand. Treachery looking good in this matchup against Scarab God, Sarah Paragon. Those are some pretty good targets. Deluge could be good too. They mulled to 6. And let on Swamp go. Island go. Into turn 2 Strix, most likely. Oh, well, I will Spell Pierce the Duress, just because there's no reason not to. at the very least, they'll take the Spell Pierce and then see the rest of my hand. So I don't like that. Well, I know I'm hitting a land drop, so definitely playing Strix. If I didn't draw a land, there was like maybe some argument that Impulse makes it more likely I hit a land, but I don't really want to Impulse into a land. I'd rather just cast Impulse later when it's when I can take a stronger card instead. All right. Are they going to Elite Spellbinder the Treachery again and then forget about it? That's going to be nice. Oh, dog, I swear to God. So my office is a door. It's a glass door. You can see through it. And I have it closed right now because my son's playing down here and it can be pretty loud. The problem is the dog hates closed doors. She finds them to be a personal affront. And so she's looking at that door now. And if she starts scratching on that door. In any case, Ophiomancer got taken. Sure, that's my 3. I'm going to wait. I could have Impulse to try to hit Thoughtseize, but I kind of feel like I don't have a counter to hit. All right. Hit Treachery Island. Yeah. The Treachery was the card I wanted to keep most, but Impulse was the card I wanted to keep second most, so I guess that's okay. Anyways, I wanted to wait on Impulse because I wanted to know a little more about what they were playing. And, ooh, Animate Dead. Yeah, I kind of want to just take Animate Dead because I think at some point it'll be good. I don't really need another removal spell. Oh, there's the Thoughtseize. Oh, can I Thoughtseize animate them? I actually can. I can take Hero of Bladehold and then Animate Dead it. And then pass the turn. They can Mind Twist my Toxic Deluge. Don't care about that. I'll still leave the Baleful Strix back. I think that's fine. They hymned first, which makes sense, but it would have hurt a lot more for them to Mind Twist first. Drawing that Thoughtseize was pretty nice. They don't have a lot of time here to find an answer. One hit off of... Here goes the Mind Twist. One hit off of the hero, yeah, is going to be great. A second hit has got to be lethal. Land, play the Ophiomancer. And then I'm just going to send with the squad. I mean, I could not play Ophiomancer, but... oh, oops. I just clicked them into the wrong order. Okay, well, I did 2 less damage, so hopefully that doesn't cost me. I feel like not playing the Ophiomancer is good against sweepers, but bad against them playing almost anything else. Oh, Hero of Bladehold is not a legend, as much as it might seem. All right. Not bad, not bad. We got pulled out a nice little 2-1. I still think the deck was a little bit light on gas. That was a little unfortunate. Let's take a look. Really getting that expressive iteration would have been nice, but I just don't think the mana was there. Barely was functional as a 2-color deck. So what did we have going for us? I mean, obviously Time Walk is great, especially with like Jace. Thief of Sanity and was important. Mulldrifter was somehow MVP. I do like drafting a cube where Mulldrifter can be described as MVP. That is nice. Yeah, I mean, I had a DT and an Impulse, so I had a little bit of card selection. Inquisition and Thoughtseize are nice. Deluge and Ophiomancer are nice. I had like Bitter Triumph and Fatal Push, so I had some good removal. Spell Pierce was excellent. Really, I just needed like a Factor... If I had a Factor Fiction and a Counterspell or something, just 2 good blue cards. Obviously, I'm asking for 2 additional cards, but just a couple ways to just get a little bit more action. That would have been sick. But yeah, solid 2-1, and you know what? I take that. All right, that'll do it for today. So as always, I will be back tomorrow, unless the twins show up. This is still pending. And you know what? Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.